Well, it definitely helps. I think it definitely helps. And one of the things that we did was build that community ourselves. We started out, I read the 4 Hour Work Week. It said, you should please read this. We said, we're going to move to Brazil and start a business. Then we said it to everyone, and we ended up with 9 people that moved to Brazil with us.
Yeah.
One of them was someone I had spoken to for an hour.
Yeah.
So he moved to New York by himself. Charlie and I were teaching a class on how to talk to women, I think, and he paid to come to the class. So he's by himself in a new city, paying to go to meetups and classes that he's interested in, and afterwards comes up to us. We have a program that we offer, a coaching program, right? And he says, I have no interest in this, but I just paid to do this because I want to spend more time with you guys. So at that point, I'd spoken to him for 3 minutes, right? He comes, he has literally no interest in the program, so doesn't bother like talking to any women, but just is kind of chatting with the other people that are there and chatting with you and I. And at the end, we say, hey, you wanted to come hang out. We didn't really get a chance to hang out because we were coaching so much. So do you want to go get food since you literally just paid us to get to know us and you didn't yet? Talk to him and then was like, you seem awesome. You should come to Brazil. So that guy managed to jump into a community in about an hour. So you don't need the double digit years of friendship.
And the counterpoint to that is, I mean, Ben and I were best friends in high school, but we had a third friend who was very much like part of that group who opted out.
I've known him since I was 6.
Yes.
So I met Charlie when I was 15. I met this guy when I was 6. And the 3 of us were as close as friends could be at 23, 24, 25 when this started to happen.
Yeah. And he opted out, which is to say, having that friend is neither a fully necessary thing, as exemplified by your first example, nor is it sufficient to make it happen. You've got to choose to do these sorts of things. And by the way, these things are, this is, I think, where you're headed, is like, make the move, declare that you're going to do something bold, big, teach the class, move abroad, whatever, start talking about that. And that will attract people to you. And unfortunately, we're still really good friends with this guy, but like some people will not come along for the ride.
Yeah. But no, I think having a community is incredibly helpful. I was willing to move as long as I had just Charlie moving with me. I didn't need all 9, but I don't know if I would have done it if it were just me. Who knows? So I understand completely where you're coming from. And I would say if I had an interest in doing that, quitting my job, moving to another country, starting a business, and I had no friends that were excited about it, one, I would try to take them on the path that got me excited. So rather than go and convince them myself, I'd be like, just please read the 4 Hour Work Week. Yeah. And I would just try to get my 20 closest friends, be like, I'm begging you, I'm putting all my goodwill on the line, read this book. And then if all of them were disinterested, I would start going to meetups for entrepreneurs, meetups for personal development, whatever it is that you're into, and get around like-minded people and then start talking to them about how, right now I'm a consultant, or right now I'm an accountant, or right now I'm a plumber, but my dream is to quit my job at the end of the year. Let's say it's December. I'm going to quit my job at the end of 2021 and I'm going to move to Brazil. And I'd start going to every meetup and everything. And I'd start saying that to people hey, what are you doing? This is my dream. This is my dream. And someone's eyes will light up. Someone will perk up. And that's your first potential person. Yeah. See if you like them, if you get along, keep in touch with that person. That's how I would do it. I would just go to these like-minded meetings and I would just make sure everyone that I met that I hit it off with understood my goal was at the end of the year, move to Brazil to start a business.
Or yeah. So actually, one of the things that I was remembering is I probably wouldn't have gone to Brazil alone, but I would have gone to Indonesia. I remember we were applying for scholarships to this Indonesian college, and I know that I went abroad alone. So in reflection, I wouldn't have gone to a brand new city with no plan, with no friends. But what you might do if you're not there is like find a program, and Ben's talking about meetups, but there's also these colleges that you can study at abroad and these sort of various things.
There's a program for entrepreneurs that travel the world together. It's meant to solve this problem. They group 30 people together, and then you get a guide, a counselor, whatever you want to call it. But everyone's in their 20s basically, or maybe 20s and 30s. And you go from city to city together. So you'll go to Argentina for 2 weeks or a month. You'll go to Rio, then you'll go to France, then you'll go. Yeah. This exists if you have the money.
It's expensive, I bet. And it sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. But
yeah, my sister almost worked there. I can try to get the name of it if you remind me, Justin. But if not, people should be able to Google this. Yeah. There are programs for nomadic entrepreneur dreams, but you don't have the crew to do it. They give you the crew.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that I think I
then
could've
you
done
try
a
to
lot.
find the one person that is like your bro or your gal.
Well, no, that's a good point, because I don't know if I would have moved to Brazil by myself, but yeah, certainly if I had the money, pay 30 grand to go with 30 people and travel the world, and I know they're all entrepreneurs and I'm not going to be alone.
Yeah.
So that's easy. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah, we did that. I mean, there was a study abroad, you know?
Yeah. And then you just got to build a business that can make you 30 grand. So you can afford the program.
Hope that you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more like this and have us do more podcasts, we are 100% funded by our generous patrons. And if you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description, and we'll have one pop up on the screen right here so that we can do more podcasts where we have fun conversations and hopefully some deep ones like this. Either way, hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.